Good morning, everybody. My name is Robin and welcome to my channel, BirdsEyeStitches. This is a channel about cross stitch, so if you are new here, then welcome. I hope you are here because you have a love of cross stitch, and if you're returning, then welcome back. It has been a minute, a solid month, maybe two, at least a month and a half. It's been a minute. So if you are returning from that long break, then thank you so much for coming back. Say hello, put a comment up, let me know you stopped in. I would love to hear from you. And I'm excited to be filming today. So yeah, today it's Wednesday. I don't typically film on a Wednesday. Of course, I'm usually at work, but I took the day off because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And even though Thanksgiving is not my favorite holiday, I was looking forward to a nice long weekend and just spending some time with the family. If you're in the States and if you celebrate Thanksgiving, then happy early turkey day. Like I said, Thanksgiving is not really my favorite. I love to eat. I don't love to cook. Thanksgiving food is just it's not my favorite. If it was up to me, I would be having Thanksgiving Day tacos. You know, the family eating tacos, maybe a margarita. Sounds perfect. Sounds great. But that is not how we will be spending Thanksgiving this year. This year it'll be just me and my family, so the three of us. Small Thanksgiving meal, you know, pumpkin pie for breakfast because that you definitely have to do, and probably decorating for Christmas. So that's exciting. I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. I love to decorate for Christmas on Thanksgiving. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's for tomorrow. For today we are in the land of stitching. So like I said, I have the day off, wanted to film. I started to take everything out that I had been working on, and so I would put in maybe 5 or 10 stitches on a piece, and it just, nothing was holding my attention in the land of cross stitch. I would get a few stitches in and then just be like, meh. So if I was to take out all of those pieces, it was turning into like the giant whip parade. Like, here's my 27 projects that I have. And I didn't really want to film a whip parade today, so I scrapped that idea. And instead, I am just going to show the couple of pieces that I worked on over this last week, maybe week and a half. I do have a finish to show you, and then a little bit of haul and my plans for the magazine monthly challenge. So it should be a fairly quick video. It's my first video back after being gone for a while, and so I feel like I am brand new again, having to kind of stumble through a little bit. So I didn't really want to be on for an hour. We'll see how that goes. So with that said, let's get right to it. Finish, we'll do the finish first. The Christmas Fairy Elf by Mirabillia, the Nora Corbet. I know last time I had her out, I was almost done. She is going to be a gift for my stepmom. My stepmom does not watch YouTube, so she doesn't watch my channel, so I can show this and say this. But she will love this gift. So last time I showed her, I just had, it was like the boots, the back stitch, and the beads. So she was almost done. I think I finished her maybe the next day. She now has the boots, the back stitch, and the beads all complete. She is stitched on a piece of 32 count opalescent vanilla latte fabric by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. It is called for everything, with the exception of I did not use that funky fuzzy floss fluff stuff. That was a no. I swapped that out for DMC Etoile in white, and of course the white looks a little bit silvery because of all of the tinsel, but I think it's really beautiful. I did not stitch any of the ornaments or any of the beads that were in the tree. I stitched it like this, and then I just felt like with the tree not having any ornaments or beads on it, it just fit better. You know, it's this little girl Just like how I left off the fairy wings, I stitched it as more of like a little girl. So she is walking with a tree. The tree doesn't have a pot, like it's not potted, it's not placed, and it weirded me out to put ornaments on it because I'm just, I don't know, like who walks around with a tree with ornaments? So she's like this. Yeah. I'm going to try to frame her this weekend. I picked up a really nice frame from Michael's in a real deep toned wood, so I think it's gonna look really nice. I'm gonna try to frame it myself. If it looks hokey, then I may try to get it professionally framed since she is going to be like a main gift. We'll see. We'll see. See how it goes this weekend, because I don't know if I even have enough time to get her framed before Christmas. And I think I can do it. It's a pretty standard size, standard shape. But she is beautiful. I cannot wait to see her framed. And I know my stepmom's gonna love it. So that's the only finish I had. Whips. I have 2 whips to show that have some pretty okay progress. The first one, I've been working on Bluebird Rhapsody by Artful Offerings. I think I've worked on this one probably 3 days over this past week. So pretty good progress on it. Eventually it's gonna look something like this. I say something like because I'm not gonna be stitching the crowns, and we'll see about those music notes. They're cute, I just feel like it's kind of busy. I mean, the finished piece, they have it on a pillow and it doesn't look busy as a pillow, but I don't know. We'll play that by ear. For right now I am here. Tweety Bird is obviously not part of the piece. I showed this to some of my stitch friends. One of them, Carolyn from Seasook Stitch, and I had Tweety Bird like placed way over here or something, and she said, put Tweety Bird in the nest. And so Tweety Bird now lives in the nest while I'm stitching this piece. But looks like this. This is a really fun piece to stitch because there's lots of blocks of color, and so if I'm watching a show or something like that, I can work on this and not have to frog everything out from not counting correctly. I think last time I showed this piece, I just had the tree trunk and some of these side branches done. I put in all of the leaves and all of the nest, so quite a bit of stitching got done on this guy. I'm going to keep this one out and continue stitching on this as my main piece over the long weekend. I said I'm off today, I have Thursday off and Friday, then the weekend, so a good solid amount of time that I'm going to be spending working on this piece. So I don't know if it will be finished, but I do know it's going to get a pretty good amount of progress. All right, the other one that I was working on is by Lindy Stitches. It is Beautiful Things. You guys have seen this a million times. Everyone has stitched it or is working on it. They're doing that because it is beautiful. So one day it will look like that. Today it looks like this. So I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count linen by Bee Stitch Me. The color is Martini, and this fabric to me is like the perfect match for this piece. I love it. I'm stitching it in the called for, but I am using a combination of 2/2 and 1/2. When I started up here with these petals, and I was doing 2/2, but it was kind of bulky. I didn't love, the stitches weren't laying that great for me. I normally stitch on 32 count, so I haven't done a whole lot on 36, so I didn't really think about the fact that 36 count would be better as 1/2. So anyway, I finished all of the petals with 2/2, then I switched to 1/2 to do the stem. I love 1/2. From now on, if I am stitching 36 count or higher, I'm definitely going to stick with 1/2, just my own preference. But then I put it away, and when I took it back out, I did not write myself a note or anything that said, hey, you're stitching this 1/2. So I started stitching this leaf, and I got almost the entire leaf done. And I kept thinking to myself, you know, why is it so much darker on this section as it is on this section? And then it occurred to me that it's because I was using 2/2 again and not 1/2. So yeah, apparently making a mental note does not work for me. I should know this, but I did not make a real note. And so it is what it is. And I am now going to be doing a combination. My plan now is to do 1/2 for things like the stem, probably the fence, maybe, you know, the words, the outline, and then 2/2 for some of the bigger things like the bird, the petals, apparently the leaf. I guess I really wanted the leaf to stand out because I stitched it 2/2, and so that's what we're gonna go with. So anyway, even with the mix, I still love it. We are here. I cannot wait to finish it one day, 2021, because Beautiful Things is being put away for the month of December because it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with the plans. So 2021, we'll wrap this guy up. I've been watching some Flosstube. I'm just trying to get caught up, but I'm already seeing people's plans for 2021 videos. It is super inspiring to break out the planners and start getting all that together. I have not done that. Of course, I have a couple things that I know I want to work on in 2021, but I have not gone down the rabbit hole of really mapping that out yet. But I am excited to do so because I love me some planning. It doesn't mean I stick to the planning, but I like to do the planning. So speaking of planning, Magazine Monthly Cross-Stitch Challenge. Magazine Monthly Challenge. My friend Carolyn, Cezek Stitch and I, that is our group on Facebook where we stitch from magazines and put them to use so they're not just sitting there collecting dust. The December acrostic is snow with the theme of Winter Wonderland. So I will go over what my plans are for that month. Snow is a nice, small, short acrostic. Figured we'd try to be kind of nice with all of the Christmas plans and family. You know, we didn't want to make it 27 letters long. 4 letters seem to be good. So I will be working on mainly just 2 pieces. I have one piece that's going to fit for the acrostic letters and one piece that's going to fit for the theme, because one of the pieces I really want to put a lot of progress in, and so I'm just going to keep it to the 2. For the acrostic snow, see if I can find a picture of this guy with color. There it is. Okay. I'm going to be stitching an ornament out of the 2020 holiday Christmas ornament issue from Just Cross Stitch. And I love this little gnome. Wait, I do love this little gnome, but that's the wrong gnome. I love this little gnome even more. Hold on, let me try to get a good non-glare picture here. Okay, there it goes. So this one here, the 2020 Christmas gnome. I love his little hat. I don't know if this is mustache hair or regular hair. I don't know, but he's adorable. And he is going to be stitched for the acrostic. So the way that we run the group is, you know, make the acrostic work for you. Throw a magazine in there, whether it's for the theme or for the acrostic or both. You know, there's no hard rules in this Land of Cross Stitch group. The idea is just to break out a magazine and have fun. So snow, I did S for the sleepy hat. I have N for the nose. I have O. O I converted to a 0 because it's 2020. I'll be stitching that year on this ornament. And then W is for white because there's going to be a lot of white stitching in the gnome. So he is super cute. Let's see, the designer on him is Kesslins, and they call him Dinky. So I guess this is Dinky the Christmas Gnome by Kesslins. This guy is also adorable. I think there is someone in the Magazine Monthly Challenge group who's going to be stitching him. We do a monthly Zoom meeting where we go over plans, and there was someone in this last Zoom meeting that was showing this guy. So I think he was kind of stuck in my head there, but I will not be stitching him. I'll go with the 2021. All right, the other one is going to be for the theme. The theme is Winter Wonderland. I have showed this one before, but I really hope to finish it. It's kind of a lofty goal, but I have had this in my WIP pile for a long time. My daughter was even asking about it recently, so I have got to get this thing finished. This is the Majestic Unicorn from Ultimate Cross Stitch 2015. It's a full coverage piece. Looks like this. As you can see, I have this and there's a tiny bit left on the bottom. So probably, I don't know if I can finish it in December, but between December and January, maybe? I don't know, but it will be beautiful at some point when it's done. And there's just not that much left. There's a lot of chunks of color. There's a little bit of confetti in there, but not a horrible amount. I got it from this magazine. This particular issue has tons of great pieces. So I've been pulling this one out almost every month in the magazine challenge. At some point, this unicorn's gonna look something like this. Mine doesn't look exactly like that. I'm using the called for colors. It's on a piece of 28 count, just white, I think a Lugana. But I didn't do, a lot of the background was like a half stitch, and I didn't notice that because I probably didn't read the directions because I started this a long time ago and I still am not great with directions. But anyway, the background was just half stitches and I got through, you know, this whole chunk before I noticed that. And so I just said, it's gonna be whole stitches. I like it kind of better that way anyway. So this is going to be the theme. The theme is Winter Wonderland. Obviously there is a Winter Wonderland right there, so it's very fitting, but the entire piece is very wintry, very Wonderlandy, and I hope to make some really, really good progress on it. I put in, I wanted to do 10 hours, so 10 hours on that, and then 2 hours a piece for every letter on the gnome, so 8 hours on the gnome, grand total. I don't know if that will be enough to finish it. I feel like it would be, but I also feel like it won't be. So we'll see. We'll see how much 8 hours gets me. All right. Beyond that, I did the wheel spin just to kind of see what my other focus pieces were going to be for the month of December. I like to spin the wheel and have, you know, one sampler and one big project that I can kind of pull out here and there. The wheel landed on Christmas at Hawthorne Hollow, so I'm going to be working on that. And if I have the time, I will probably work on, I don't know what sampler. I have not spun for sampler. I'm trying to look at my notes and I didn't write anything down. So I have not spun for that one, only for the big project, which is Christmas at Hawthorne Hollow. I have that sitting right here, which is why I keep looking down so I can remember what it was called. Let me grab it. It's a huge piece, huge. So it sits in a ginormous frame. Just remove the pattern. Stand by. Okay. Pattern is removed. And go. I'm working on block number 2. Last time you guys saw it, I think I had this fence. I just did a tiny little bit of stitching here and there, like I got this area done, but this is gonna remain in the rotation for December. So this piece, my Magazine Monthly Challenge pieces, and maybe a sampler might make it. We'll have to see. But I think that will be enough to keep me busy throughout the month. All right, we are about 20 minutes in, and that is it as far as stitching goes. I've got a little bit of haul. So if you're not interested in the land of haul, then it was great to see you. You can sign out now. If you are interested in the land of haul, I've got a few things. So grab it. got some fabric and some boxes. Some boxes from the Goodwill, which I'm very excited for. All right, fabric. I made an order from BStitch Me. I ordered this fabric, I think before Halloween. I'm sure I ordered it with Halloween on the mind. The color is Lost Souls. I saw it on a Friday night fight night. I loved it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I just really liked it, and I was in the Halloween spirit. So I did a special order. I got a 1/2 yard of 36 count. I think, yeah, linen, 36 count linen. It's really weird in Colorland, but it's really pretty. It is a gray, a blue gray, tons of modeling. This would be really nice for, I have 2 haunted house pieces. They're fairly big, and they're the huge haunted house. We've got some trick-or-treaters. I can't think of what it's called, but I can picture it in my mind, and I know that this fabric will be beautiful for it. And I have 2 of them, so it should be big enough for both. I will measure 15 times, but it should be. So that just arrived maybe last week, and again I ordered it before Halloween. I know Brandy with BStitch Me, she got super backed up on the special orders, you know, with waiting for the fabric and the supplies and the shipping times and all of that, and I had no problems at all in waiting. I knew it would come when it came, and it is beautiful, and it will be stitched on in 2021 on some type of a haunted house. So we had that. Then if you're part of the group Stitch Mania, then you may have seen my post about my giant Goodwill haul. I don't know if I already talked about this in this video, because I like half recorded the video before, and I didn't hit the record button, and so I was like 15 minutes in before I realized that it wasn't actually recording anything. Like I said, it's been a minute, so I'm like brand new again. But so now I can't exactly remember if I already said this part or not, but if I did, oh well, I hear it again. Yeah, so I went to Goodwill. I actually only went to Goodwill to look for a frame, and so I wouldn't have even gone into this other section, but I had to use the restroom, and so I did. And when I walked out, there was all this fabric. You know, someone had donated someone's entire fabric stash to Goodwill, and it was all brand new. It was still in the packaging from the Attic Needle Workshop, which is my local LNS. So it was still packaged in their packaging, hadn't even been opened or unfolded. It had the price tag still on it, and I don't know why, but I mean, the price tag was right there, and Goodwill still stuck one of their price tags on there, and they sold each piece for $1.49. I think the most expensive piece was like $5, and it's because it was a ginormously huge piece of 40 count linen, and the original price tag was like $75, which is way above my price range, but yeah. So I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm just going to show a couple of pieces. But yeah, check out your local Goodwill. You just do not know what you will find. It's never happened before, but you could get lucky. This is one of the pieces. It is a 28 count Lugana. Pretty much all of it was 28 or 32 count. The color, I don't know how it's going to transfer. They call it baby lotion. I thought it was white, but it's actually a very light pink. Try to hold it. I don't know that it's going to come through. I've got sunlight right behind, which is where the glare is coming from, and then I had to turn my light on in here because it's just not that bright. But the light is kind of yellow, so it's not going to pick up on this pink. Oh, that's pretty true. Okay. So it's really, at first I didn't love it, but it grew on me. So now I need to find something to stitch on a very light pink. But that is a 17.5 by 28 piece of fabric, 28 count Lugana. And I mean, you can see the Goodwill, $1.50. Blew my mind. So crazy. There's a package that had a bunch of hand-dyed fabric in it. One piece was Carnival by by Picture This Plus. This is beautiful. I have not seen this color before, but it is just a whole smattering of like pinks and greens and blues. I mean, it is just gorgeous. Gorgeous piece of fabric. I have no idea how I haven't seen this color before, but yeah, that's Carnival. After I stitch on this one, it might be a piece that I have to go on the website and order some more of, just because it's just a really nice piece of fabric. Then there's some hand-painted pieces. I've never stitched on a hand-painted piece of fabric, but it doesn't even really have it doesn't have a brand. It's hand-painted specialty fabrics. Oh, by the Crossed Wing collection. So, don't know, but there's this really pretty green. It's just really nice. And then the other one is like a light tannish brown with some green undertone. So both of them are beautiful. They're both a 28 count linen. I will obviously not be washing these. They feel a little stiff. I'm assuming it's because it's painted. I don't know what they use to paint it, but it makes them a little stiff in comparison to the other linens, but not bad. I mean, not even as stiff as like an Ada or anything like that. Just not the normal feel, I guess, that I'm used to. So yeah, so I got a whole bunch of hand-dyed fabric, and then I got some boxes, like the display boxes. See if I can reach them. I have so much stuff, it's just like all around me, and I can't fit it on this little table. Let's see. So we have, it's a box like this, and it's got, as you can see, this tiny little opening here where you can put your finished piece. I look at these all the time. I saw that Gary had recently finished, Gary's shop was selling these, and I was looking at buying them. Literally the day that I went to the Goodwill was the day I was on his site. So I will likely still be buying stuff from his site, because I always do, but they just so happened to have boxes similar to what I was looking for. So super nice. And then they had another box, which is bigger, a Betsy box. Looks like this. It's a nice white color. It's still got some stickers on it, but this is really pretty. I will be stitching something for this and definitely keeping it for my home, because it is right up my alley for my house. So the darker one will be a gift. The lighter one I will probably keep, but it's really nice. I have no idea how to finish on these. I'm gonna have to look up some YouTube videos. If any of you guys know of one, I'm sure there's tons out there, but if you know of a video where someone is finishing on a Betsy box, let me know. Maybe it's just like a flat fold and you stick it in there. I don't know. Then there is a heart-shaped thread holder. It's a wooden heart. I'm excited to use that. It's just a real small little thing. And then I got, this was really strange. This was in a baggie of lots of other stuff. But what stuck out to me was the Carnival silks. The Carnival silk Mori. So it looks like this. A bunch of little silks. I did not know that this was part of a kit. So I'm gonna take this out of the box because the glare is pretty strong here. I guess they want you to use those beautiful silks to stitch a pattern called the Sheeps in the Meadow. Oh, it's punch needle. Okay, it's punch needle. I don't know how to do punch needle, but you're supposed to use those to make this. I'm not such a fan of this. Someone else may absolutely 100% love it. I might just give this away to somebody if there's someone who wants to create this, because I will not create this. But I might use the silks for something. I don't know. Although I also did say that I wanted to learn how to do punch needle, and I just realized that that's what this is. But it's a sheep, and if this was a bird, I would be all about it. But it's a sheep. So yeah, this might become a giveaway item. We'll see. We will see. But still exciting. So, all right, we're right at 30 minutes. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Again, if you're back, thank you. Thanks for being here. I will be filming again before the 2-month mark, hopefully next week, but if not, then probably the week after. So I have just been, you know, busy with life, busy with the world, family's still around, everybody as well. Everyone is healthy, thank goodness. Take it a day at a time. And thankful for all of you guys. Thankful for this craft, since tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And I will be spending the day watching some Flosstube, putting some comments up, checking out our magazine monthly challenge Facebook group. There's been a lot of really great activity and a lot of great new members on there. So if you are not a member of that group, I will put that link down below. Come join us there. And can't wait to see you guys next time. So stay safe, stay happy, happy stitching, and we will see you then. Bye, everybody.